Sri Matre Namaha, Sri Rama Raksha, Sarva Jagat Raksha. Before getting into the topic, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you motivate us in bringing out the sacred content to you all. I'm offering a paid consultation or guidance service through email. If you want to avail it, you can mail me at vibehirights@gmail.com. Today, I'm going to talk about a movie called as Playback. So this movie is a Telugu movie, and if you want to watch this movie, you can watch it in AHA app, which is a Telugu movie app. In that app, all the Telugu movies are available, and the playback also is available on AHA. If you are interested, you can watch this. So playback is a concept where there is a trans time communication happens between the a guy who is a hero, and also he talks to a girl who is named as Sujata, who is present in the 1993. So he will do the conversation from 2000s to he goes back, and he goes back in time where the communication happens in the 1993. So how the communication between the Sujata and the hero happens, that is the movie. So now the hero, he is the present day, he is the present day media person who wants to grow in his career, and his boss will say that you can bring some kind of a news which will create so much publicity, bring some good news like that, some news which will create publicity. So he will in search of his career growth, he wants to find something which is which can be interesting, and in that process where the destiny takes its own turn, he finds out a dead bodies of two dead bodies, and that dead bodies will be buried under a temple, near a temple, and the place near near a temple. So he unknowingly steps into this kind of a unknowingly gets into this entire thing where he will understand about these dead bodies, and he will say that these dead bodies are not it is like a dead bodies, and these two people are killed by someone, they are murdered by someone. But his boss will keep on saying that you leave this case, and what are you doing, and why are you being foolish, and why you are back of this case, just leave this case is over, and all these things. It is a suicide or something like that. He will try to deviate the guy who is the hero. So but he will not stop there, he will try to understand what is happening and all. So he will move to a place with his friend, he will move to a different house, a place, and in that place there will be a telephone, and from that telephone he'll get a call, and in that call there'll be a girl called as Sujata, and Sujata will ask the current is not there, not present. So see, at the same time, in the Sujata's place also the current will not be present, and the hero's place also the current will not be present. So there will be a power cut in that area. So she will call and say that there is a power cut, and you people do something like that, and he will say that, oh, this is the wrong number, you might have been you can call to the department and all these things, but he will say that this is the wrong number and all, and she will keep that phone, and then next again she will call to the same number. Every time she calls somebody, and it will reach to this guy only, she will call to that guy only, from in that phone only, like that. So she will again call him, and she will say about all the things, and she will ask about her passport and all these things, and he will say that this is not a passport office and all these things, and he will try to help her, and he will try to he will try to understand her, and know what is happening with her. And meanwhile there will be a person who is from outside, he will see that by how can this boy, he will say to his friend that how can this guy who is talking from a telephone which is not even working, not even working from so many years, how can he talk into that from that phone? So then he will think that, oh, okay, then his friend will come and say to the hero that, okay, this telephone is not even working, how are you communicating with the person from the telephone? And then he will understand that how this is happening, and he will try to understand how all these things and procedures is happening and all these things. And meanwhile he will understand that he wants to help Sujata, and he will say to Sujata that, okay, you want to go to the passport office, you can apply online also, like that. He will say the procedure and all these things, but still she will unable to understand, because maybe she is in the back of the time that kind of advanced things are not present in her era. So she will not understand how to do it, whatever the new variations of or new methods of applying to the passport, or maybe she will not know that, and he will say that, okay, he will help her, and he will ask her to come to the passport office. So he will when he will say her, okay, this day you go to the passport office, when you come to the passport office, I'll meet you there. So then he will, both of them, they go to the passport office, but they don't find each other, they cannot see each other. And then later he in that process he will meet his girlfriend, and he likes her, so he will meet her, and all these things will happen, and he'll forget about Sujata, and he'll deviate the path, okay, like that, and he will talk to his girlfriend. So then later what happens is, then he'll go back and call to the Sujata and say that you I waited for you for a long time near the passport office, but still you did not come. Why? Like that. And Sujata will say, I came but I couldn't see you. There is a proof that I came, that I, near the passport office there is a tree, on that tree I wrote my name, go and see, like that. So he will say that, okay, let's go check, and he will again go to that place, and he will find the tree where the Sujata's name is written. So he will be shocked that how can the two people came to the same place, but still they couldn't notice each other, they couldn't meet, and what all these things are happening. And meanwhile, he was also investigating about those two dead bodies which were there, which were found near the temple, and he will, with the help of the face recreation process, he will try to create the how, with the help of the forensic and all, how with the help of identifying the bodies with the help of the DNA and all these things, he will try to recreate their face, how the face is, and is it a male body or female body, like that. He will recreate all those things so that he can move in further investigation of this case, and which his boss obviously did not like it. So then when he do all these procedures, he will understand that this is the dead body of a female, one male and one female, and that female is exactly looking like Sujata's face. That female is exactly looking like Sujata. How will come to know about that? When Sujata will say once that she, like, they understand at a point that they are in different time periods. So Sujata, how Sujata will look like that, he doesn't know how Sujata looks like. Sujata will, what she will do is, she will try to put her photos in the telephone box, only, and then she will call and say that I kept my photos in the telephone box, you look at me, like that. And he will see the pictures of the telephone box, and he will see that, okay, this is the photo of the Sujata, this is how she looks, like that. And then what he will understand that, okay, he is communicating with somebody who is already dead, and then that person is communicating in the telephone, how all these things is happening. So then they will decide, both of them, they will decide that something is wrong with this, something is wrong with this entire thing. They have to figure out something, and they have to change the past, because if they are communicating with each other, if he can communicate with the past where the Sujata is still present, maybe he can help Sujata in being alive, or solving the mystery, or solving the case, or the things which might have happened in the past. So he will try to change the past. So in the process of changing the past, they will encounter some dangers, and they will understand the entire story of what has actually happened. First they will communicate, first the telephone gets connected, and when the telephone gets connected, they will understand that there is a communication between the past and also the present. So from the present, he will go back to the past and see the entire, and he will try to figure out the entire story of what has actually happened. And that's how he changes the past. And when he tries to change the past, so the changing the past is not that easy, right? So whenever he tries to change the past, there are also villains involved in that. There are also the people who murdered Sujata involved in that, and there are also some dangers who are associated with the Sujata in that, and also why the people wanted to kill her or somebody. Like, he wants to know all these things in the investigation of this entire case, in solving this entire mystery. And if in that process he will understand that Sujata, there'll be a small guy, there'll be a small baby. He's a very cute, like a small baby, who is like a who doesn't have anybody. Like, he's very small, innocent. He, like, when he witnessed a murder, and in the point when he witnessed that murder, he was in that shock phase, so he couldn't speak anything. He couldn't, like, he cannot speak anything. So he was still, that boy is in that shock state that he has witnessed a murder. Okay, so he also knows the murderer. So the murderer doesn't want that boy to stay alive. So that boy, he somehow gets into the house of Sujata, and when Sujata notices that small boy, she will be very she will love that boy, and she likes that boy so much, and she will be very caring for that boy, and she'll feel very pity that this boy doesn't have anybody. And then Sujata will tell to her father that, okay, this boy is so cute, and like, what if we take care of this child, what if we keep keep this child in our house only, like that, because Sujata is still unmarried and she wants to take care of that boy. She wants to nurture that boy, and she wants that boy to be safe. So she will take her that boy to her house, and she will just um, help, help that boy in overcoming what all he saw. And already feels that she already senses that that boy is in like so much of fear, because he might have he's in so much fear and worry and like that. And so she will take care of him, she will nurture him, she will nicely take care of that boy, just like how the original mother will take care of that boy. She will just be like she will do everything for that boy. And then when and they will understand, and when the hero understands that okay, these things are happening, and when Sujata sends the photo, she will also send the photo of Sujata and that small boy also. So later in the story they will understand that okay, because that boy has witnessed the murder, the villain wanted to kill that boy. And also Sujata also likes one guy, and there are also some people who doesn't like Sujata marrying that guy. So that is also another problem. So that's the reason why the things or the villains or the negativity have plotted all these things. And then later, they in the process of saving that boy, maybe Sujata has already died. And if you understand the entire story, then later it is shown that all these changes what hero wants to do, when he does all these changes, later he will understand that he is nothing but that same boy who Sujata have taken care of. He like Sujata, like he is her, like she has babysitted that boy, and that same boy who Sujata was trying to save, the same boy is the present day hero, who is again going back into the past and correcting the entire story and trying to change the past so that he can change the future. So in the future what will happen, and he will prove the entire thing. And the villain is none other than that boss who has defeated this hero from investigating that case and all these things. And then he'll understand the entire story, and he will understand that the boss is the villain there. And then something, he will keep on changing the past, and Sujata also here, she also hero will suggest her all the things for how to do it, and what is the procedure, what is the story. He will do his purpose from his side, and he will try to give the entire information to Sujata. And also the Sujata will actively participate in understanding and the changing the past in whichever way possible. She will understand the entire story, that if the Chinnu wants to be alive, the small boy's name is Chinnu. If she has to save Chinnu, then she has to deal with all these things, and she have to save Chinnu, irrespective of she's alive or not. The first priority for her is to save Chinnu, even if she is dying, or even if she have to sacrifice her life for Chinnu, she is ready to do that, because she loves Chinnu so much. So then later in the entire story, when he keeps on changing the past, and again and again and again, they try to understand the entire story, and they connect the dots. And then somehow it will happen that the villain who was there, he will be died, and then the hero will be able to save Sujata and his own Chinnu's baby version, who villain was trying to kill, or who everybody was trying to kill. And then he will save Sujata and also the Chinnu. And then even after all these things, after he does all these changes, later in the story it is shown that the Sujata will be marrying the love of her life, and then and she will enter into a new house by taking Chinnu. And that present day Chinnu is none other than the hero, and he will grow up, and then he will in the beginning of the story it is shown that a hero doesn't have anybody. And later in the story, when he changes all these things, and when he changes the past, and when he changes his own destiny, then he will later in the end of the story it is shown that he also have a mother who is none other than Sujata herself. Okay, so this was all about the playback, where the two people change their destiny, change the things which has happened in the past, which will change the future. So this was all about playback movie. If you are interested, you can watch this movie on AHA. It is available on AHA, and also there is one poster associated with this playback. And when I saw this poster, and I thought that what is this thing which is between the Chinnu and Sujata, it's like that. And then I understood that okay, these are like temple pillars. So this is the same temple place which is where the hero will find the dead bodies. So let me know in the comment section below which God's temple was it, if you did watch this movie or if you are planning to watch this movie. And also when you watch this, you will understand your own things about how the cross time communication, and also how the things happen, and how the time traveling thing, or how the science fiction and the stories about the time travel and the parallel realities, it will help you in understanding, this movie will help you in understanding how this works, how the cross time communication works. And when the in the entire movie, that part where they both have the same telephone, that telephone is the thing which is connecting both of them, the person from the past and also the person from the future. So this telephone is acting like a bridge, it is acting like a medium which is connecting the two, which is connecting the past and also the future for a cause, for a reason. So nothing happens in the universe just like that. So if there is something like that which is happening, it might happen for a bigger reason, for a bigger purpose. So that telephone itself acts like a portal, and it is acting like a bridge which is connecting the two, which is connecting the two people from the past and also from the present. So when the current goes off in both the places, it will be like heavy rains, and due to the heavy rains the current goes off. And when the current goes off in both past and the future, present day Chinu and the past Dechino, when the current goes off, it will be like a timeline alignment. When the timeline alignment happens, when the time syncs, okay, when the same situation syncs, something which is some frequency, some vibration, something in the past and future which is aligning, which is helping in connecting the two dots, or in connecting the two people. Or so that day when rain happens, the current goes off, the power cut happens, then the something happens in the telephone, and also there is some kind of electricity, thunderstorms which are shown, which that thunderstorm will hit the telephone wire, and then it will pass on, that electricity will be passed on to the telephone, and through that telephone gets connected. The telephone connects both the past and the future. Okay, so even when a guy says that how can your friend talks from a telephone which is not even working, so it is also shown that the telephone doesn't even have a wire connection, but still Sujata is able to talk to that guy through a telephone. So the telephone is like a medium which is connecting the two people, which is like a divine intervention which is happening. It's like a divine justice which is happening through a telephone. Telephone is just a medium, but it's the divine play, the divine act which is happening to give the justice to Chinu, who is the present hero, or to solve the mysteries of the past, or to change the past. Whenever the past unresolved or unfinished businesses are there, so some divine intervention will happen in the present or the future, which will help in correcting the past. So this is how the guy changes the past, so which will correct his future. So this was all about the playback and the things which are associated with the parallel realities and the cross time communication and all these things. And let me know in the comment section below what you understood about the telephone concept and the time travel and all these things. And in my future videos, I'm going to talk about more movies which are associated with the same concept of time travel and the communication between the past and future. Hope this helps you in some or the other way. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shri Ramaraksha Sarva Jagat Raksha, Shri Mate Namaha.